The following podcast is an Enticing Media production.
Where the Nell have you been? Join us for conversation about life, business, and everything in between. Welcome to What the Nell, where we've got stories to tell. Here's your host, Nell Tice.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another brand new episode of the What the Nell podcast with yours truly, Nell Tice. I am so excited for today's episode. You've got another solo one, but as of the date of the release of this episode, which is, I believe, I'm going to check my calendar, the 19th of November, you will have noticed something a little bit different. Actually, a few things are changing, and all for the better, so that's good. The first thing I want to acknowledge is that Kenny, my husband, co-founder and co-owner of Enticing Media, and I have just finished our 2025 goals and budget meeting. And if you haven't done this yet, or if you don't typically do one, definitely recommend it. It's really important to have a clear vision of where you are headed and where you want to be headed going into the next year so that you can achieve goals and keep moving forward and keep growing in whatever you're doing. It's equally as important for personal as it is business. So definitely recommend that. And we just finished ours. That gave us a really clear view of where we have been, where we're going to end up for 2024, and where we're going in 2025. And we're really looking to ramp things up in 2025 and even go down maybe a couple of different paths, or new paths, I should say. And like I said, all good. Even if you find that you haven't hit all of your goals for the year, which we haven't, transparently, we have not for us. And I know a lot of people are in the same boat. So that's okay. It's good. It's good to have these sessions where you meet and you get to go through all of that and reflect and figure out what you can do differently to move the needle forward even more in the future. So it's definitely helpful either way. It's not meant to reflect and you find out, oh gosh, I didn't hit this goal, I didn't do that, or whatever. It's a chance to get better and do all the things that you need to do to hit those goals eventually. So don't beat yourself up if you find that your meeting has you feeling a little differently than you thought it should. So anyway, definitely recommend doing that. But in that meeting, we came across some things that needed to happen. And one of the other things that's going on right now is, the following week, on the release for the 26th of this podcast, between now and then, I will have turned 40. And it was never really a big deal for me to turn 40 until maybe a week or so ago. And for some reason, I started experiencing different things just in my life and like in my own body and things like that. And it's like, man, 40 is really coming around, and this is what I've got going on. So here we are. And I think in all of that reflection, there was something that just said to me, you know what? I think we need a little bit of a refresh. I need a little bit of a refresh for myself and for our business and what I'm doing every day. And I love what I'm doing every day. I love how, for my personal goal for this year, I wanted to feel better than I ever have. And I can honestly say that I achieved that. I started really honing in on workouts and health, nutrition, all of those things, probably back in March or April of this year. And I've stuck with it. And I always call myself the queen of consistency. I really, truly am. I absolutely make sure that when I commit to something, I am fully committed. And I do that in everything in my life. And if you know me, if you've worked with me, you know that I am a stickler for consistency, because without it, there are no results. The results aren't what you're going to be hoping for, because you actually have to do work to get there. And part of that is consistency. So I'm really proud of myself for hitting that goal of feeling great. I get out of bed every morning. I don't have any aches and pains yet. Everybody keeps telling me that's coming, but I really truthfully think that if you try so hard to make that a goal, is to just get out of bed without feeling any pain, and be grateful for that, because there are so many people in this world that don't have that option. For me, it's mindset. For others, it's not as easy. So I recognize that, and I'm grateful that it is that easy for me. But it's truly a goal. And if that can be a goal for you, and for a lot it can, I would encourage to do that. And no matter what age you are, just feeling your best is really important. And I guess I'm sorry to say that I waited till, my 40th year of life to make that a goal. But here we are. So that is definitely a goal that I hit, and I want to maintain that going into my 40s. So refresh is a good word. It's not a bad word. It's not the same as rebrand. Refresh is a really important word, and that might be an indicator of something to come with our business. But first and foremost, I do want to say that Enticing Media is here to stay, and we are heading into our 5th year, which to me is pretty mind blowing, because you hear all these statistics about businesses failing within their first year and up until year 5. And year 5 is typically where people and businesses get to where they haven't seen a lot of growth and they quit. And that is something that I have maintained so steadfast that I do not want to ever get to that point, is to quit before year 5. And I'm really happy to say that we are here, and we are good, we are thriving, and we're making changes that are only going to help us propel forward. So year 5, here we are. There might be a celebration at some point, maybe. I don't know, but keep an ear and an eye out for that. Celebrating is something that I have a really difficult time doing, as I think a lot of entrepreneurs do. We don't take the time to celebrate wins, because we're always moving on to the next thing. And celebrating my birthday is also something that I never really look forward to doing, I guess you could say. My birthday is typically, it's on Thanksgiving every so many years, and it's always around Thanksgiving, which is a very busy time for so many people and getting together with families and things like that. And as I was growing up, it was very hard to get people together to celebrate my birthday. So at some point, I just stopped trying, and I stopped expecting to even hear from people, because people are so busy. They're in their own personal stuff. And, just sometimes I felt very forgotten about. And in order to protect my own feelings in that way, I just never really wanted to celebrate. I was never in that much of a celebrating mood. And sure, I've had cakes and gatherings with family and things like that. But, I'm not one of those people that's like, we're celebrating my birthday month, because, it's just, I didn't want to burden people with that extra something. So here we are. I was told by a couple of friends that I'm turning 40. I absolutely have to celebrate. So I'm looking forward to that. And it'll be really fun, and a great way to start off, the end of this year and this quarter, and looking forward to the next year and beyond, looking forward to that refresh. And so I'm kind of looking at turning 40 and the business simultaneously as a big refresh. And I keep saying that word. So I'll tell you what's going on. First, I want to tell you that our values, my personal values and Enticing Media's values, remain the same. Always. Integrity, consistency, fun, all of our values that we've had before we even started this business remain the same. They do not change. So that is first and foremost. We have a lot of stuff going on. We've different platforms and different places where we are. And the one that started everything was YouTube for us. If you follow us on YouTube. Kenny and Nell is our channel. That's our travel vlog. And what started out as something super fun and entertaining, because people were always asking, where are you off to next? Because I would say my husband Kenny and I, our number one passion is travel. And we don't have kids. We have worked towards making travel a big part of our lives. And that is the one thing, we've wrestled with the channel for so long because we've had it since 2019. And we've seen growth here and there, and for whatever reason, lately it seems to be taking off and really growing. And maybe that's a sign of things to come, which is really cool, especially because it was the bread and butter, and it was the first thing that kicked all of this off. So Kenny and Nell on YouTube is here to stay. It certainly may see evolutions, as we had mentioned in a video at the beginning of 2024. There's always stuff going on, and there's always stuff to film. So we're not shy about that. So expect to see the same in 2025 with Kenny and Nell on YouTube. That is remaining there for everyone to see. So there's that. The next thing would be podcasts. We do podcasts, and What the Nell here is growing. It's going strong. I get a lot more random reach outs and requests, which is really cool because, we're seeing growth and people in other areas of the world and the country that have picked up on this. And that's a really cool thing. And I gotta say, I've, really done slacked off on some of the marketing of What the Nell. And, that will lead me into a little bit later my thoughts on certain social media platforms. But What the Nell is here to stay. That's not going anywhere. I'm really looking forward to some more awesome guests, talking to other business owners and entrepreneurs, and maybe hopefully getting into some other industries. So I'm really excited about that. The Drunk Squirrel has hit 50, I think, episodes, which is wild to me. That's very cool. But the radio shows that we've seen quite a few evolutions in those, and one evolution I'm still not quite sure on yet. We'll see where that goes. But Kenny's show, Flip Flops and Beer, on Sandcastle Radio is a trop rock or tropical rock show featuring artists that mirror Jimmy Buffett style music. So he's had so much connection in that realm with independent artists, which is the whole mission behind Sandcastle Radio, is to feature and support independent artists. So that has been very cool. It's become extremely popular in such a short amount of time. He's only been on the air for a year, which is really, really great. There have been opportunities that have come along with that, and it's just really cool to see. And we're very excited about, another year with that and moving forward and seeing where all of that goes. So we appreciate everyone that listens to Flip Flops and Beer and anything else that we do. We appreciate everyone for the support. And, they're as, expected with support and things like that. There's always the opposite. Negative comments maybe here and there on YouTube, or things that you see on social media. People don't realize too that even the hate, the comments and things like that, that's engagement. So you're doing us a favor. Thanks. Appreciate you too, because without all of that, we don't do this for you. So I look at that as a positive too. You gotta give gratitude where it's due, and gratitude is due to everyone that engages. So that is much appreciated. 90s Revenge is cool. People love it. People feel nostalgic, which is what I wanted. It takes them back to a simpler time. That's also in Sandcastle Radio, all 90s music. I love doing that show. It's absolutely so much fun. Would love to grow that as well. On the Road with Kenny and Nell, which is the second ever show to air on Sandcastle Radio, has gone strong. 2 years now, longest running show on Sandcastle Radio. And we're very proud to say that because, like I said, consistency is everything. So we've grown that as well. That may see an evolution at some point. We shall see. Still kind of wrangling. I don't want to say wrangling, but still kind of going over where that could go. And again, we appreciate all of the support there. And all of these things that we do are produced by our company, Enticing Media. And it's a lot of work to put out so much content, as business owners know. So with all of these moving parts, there's a lot going on. And, you know, we've focused so much on those sectors and areas of our business, and we'll continue to do that. We also focus on our clients, and we love our clients because without our clients, none of this is possible. And we've worked with some really amazing people, and I absolutely love being able to help get their stories out and share their values with their audiences. And that's really important to us. And we will continue to do that. However, we will continue to do that under a bit of a new look. So that leads me to the refresh portion of this episode. So Enticing Media 2.0 is coming. You actually, if you go to our website now, you should see a brand new website. A little, I don't want to call it in your face, but a little more easy to navigate to get to our available services, which will also get a refresh. But the main tagline of the business now is visual solutions for business. And that is because we will be offering some new services in the future for your business. You know, we specialize in video production and YouTube channel management. We do some commercial photography as well. And we're looking to expand all of that. And I have some really cool ideas for collaborations with others and packages that we offer. Yes, we will start offering packages. Simple, once and done, upfront, this is what you get type packages and offerings. And I want to make that a hallmark of Enticing Media so that you don't have to spend a lot of time understanding what you get, understanding what we do. When you want something, if you're looking for this particular package, this is what it is and this is what you get. So I want to be more straightforward with that in our offerings. I'm really looking forward to that. So new website is there, so check it out. It is enTICEingmedia.com, and enticing is ENTICEING media.com. You know, it's a play on our last name, Tice. So there's that. You will also notice a new logo across with the website, social media platforms, everywhere that Enticing Media is. So one of our logos, the cursive font Enticing Media, will stay the same. So there's some continuity there. So you can, you know, if you know us from our old look, that will kind of connect you to our new look. And I'm going to have some merch done in the new look as well. We have new branding, colors. The colors are everything. So you'll notice in our new logo that it's kind of like the inside when you're looking at a video camera and you're recording. It's like looking at that screen, and you've got the red dot in the corner for record, and that indicates that things are happening, things are moving. That's what that means at Enticing Media, with whatever we're doing for you and what we're doing for ourselves within our lives and our company. Things are moving. That's what that red light indicator is for. We've got new colors that I think are super fun and embodies who we are as people and a company. So definitely loving all of that. We'll have new merch and yeah, so I think I mentioned that, but really excited about that. I mentioned new services. I do believe that we will start offering a service with some social media ties. And like I said, we're going to be doing some collaboration with people, which is a huge part of success for anyone. You know, none of us can succeed on any of our journeys alone. So I think collaboration is a really cool way to succeed. So I'm really looking forward to that. Keep an eye out. Uh, on the website, the content itself isn't going to change much. We'll definitely be updating it. There are free resources available on our website for YouTube. And I just did another one that I honestly can't remember off the top of my head, but we'll keep updating the free resources as well so that you have something to go to when you have questions about what to do in your own business for your own content strategy. And speaking of content strategy, Kelly Johnson of Kelly Johnson Photography and I are continuing our content strategy workshop at a radio festival in Pensacola, Florida called Radio Is Not Dead. So we're taking it on the road, which I'm really excited about too. So more details about that at radioisnotdead.org, which I'll put in the show notes, so you can check that out as well. But for the moment, I think that's pretty much it. I wanted to surprise you guys with a refresh announcement. So if you go and see Enticing Media anywhere, you should see new logos, new colors, new headers for Facebook and things like that. Actually, speaking of Facebook, I will mention that I do believe I'm going to shift the majority of our business content to my LinkedIn profile. I've had some experiences over this past year with Facebook itself, and I'm not thrilled about it. I know so many people use it, and maybe that's just not where our audience is or should be, or where we should be focusing on targeting, is what I'm trying to say. So LinkedIn, I think, is going to be the place for that. So if you're interested in following for business updates, please follow me on LinkedIn. I'll include that in the show notes as well, so that you can see that and see where we're headed. And hopefully, at some point we can work together. And I would love to do that. And so that's about it. Turning 40 refresh. Brand refresh. Life refresh, I guess. That's where we're at. So if you have any questions about what it's like to work with Enticing Media, we would absolutely love to chat with you. Head to enTICEingmedia.com. There's a form there that you can fill out on the homepage to book a call with us. And there's also a form that you can fill out if you just have a question. Maybe you're just inquiring about a service. We're there for that too. So there's so many different ways you can work with us. And I hope to connect with many of you going forward. Follow us on YouTube, Kenny and Nell, our travel and lifestyle adventures. If you're a fan of home improvement with people that have no idea what they're doing in that realm, definitely check that out. We'll have some of those videos coming up too. And more travel content for sure. So there, follow our radio shows, 90s Revenge with Raynell, On the Road with Kenny and Nell, Flip Flops and Beer, the podcast, What the Nell, of course. If you're still here, you're listening, so thank you. The Drunk Squirrel, and you can find all of that information on our website. So that being said, thank you so much for listening to this episode. If you're watching on YouTube, please like the video, share it with somebody you know. If you need help in the media sector of your company, video production, even just editing, content repurposing, any of that, definitely pass this along to them. Sign up for our newsletter. That can also be done on our website. A monthly newsletter featuring some resources, what we've been up to, how to work with us, testimonials, all the things, even products that we recommend. Thank you so much for listening and taking the time out of your day to listen and or watch this. So leave us a review. That's also how we grow. Let us know what you'd like to see and hear more of. We definitely want to make sure that we are accommodating your requests as much as we possibly can. So again, thank you so much. And next time I see you or you hear me, I'll be 40 and I'm really excited. So please help me make this the best year of my life yet. So thanks again, and I will catch you all on the next one.
To learn more about how to tell your story, connect with Nell at enTICEingmedia.com. That's ENTICEING media.com. Thanks for listening to the What the Nell podcast.